Welcome to Wisdom of the Bible. Connect with God through our Bible stories. Have you ever wondered what the most terrifying creatures in Scripture actually looked like when they walked the earth? What you're about to discover will challenge everything you thought you knew about biblical beasts and divine power. In the next 18 minutes, you will witness 10 creatures so vast and astonishing their echo reaches into eternity. But the most shocking revelation comes at minute 14 when you'll see the beast that made entire kingdoms tremble. Let me start with something that will completely shift your understanding of creation's most mysterious beings. Before kings raised their thrones and empires carved their marks into history, there existed beings beyond comprehension. These creatures dwelt on the boundary between the visible and invisible, where nature brushes against the supernatural itself. Scripture speaks of them with awe and reverence as signs of the limitless power of the Most High. 1. The Behemoth. In lands untouched by human memory where silent valleys carry the breath of the first days, there dwells a creature whose very form surpasses all comprehension, whose back rises like a living mountain itself. Its skin thick and ancient resembles bronze worn by time with muscles that shift like heavy rivers of molten stone. Scripture declares, "Behold, now his strength is in his loins and his power in the muscles of his belly." Its tail inspires the greatest awe, not a simple limb but a living trunk. Scripture compares to a cedar. The behemoth's existence alone commands reverence, a living reminder that even the greatest mountains are small before the Creator's power. 2. The first beast. From the depths of the sea where light never reaches, something began to ascend. Breaking through the waves like a living monolith, the first beast emerged into the world of men with terrible glory. John describes, "I saw a beast rising out of the sea having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon its horns 10 crowns." Its body did not belong to the natural world, a fusion of forms no human mind could conceive without terror. A torso agile like a leopard, feet brutal like a bear's, crushing rocks with ease, each step sending vibrations through the deep. But when it lifted its eyes, the true terror was revealed through 7 heads, each bearing names of opposition. One head was ancient and cracked by time, another young and feral with exposed fangs and black dripping substance. And then came the mouth like that of a lion, revealing fangs as large as iron stakes ready to devour. Its roar did not merely echo but pierced flesh and spirit like hearing 1,000 caverns collapsing at once. If you're finding this as fascinating as I am, hit that subscribe button now because you won't want to miss what's coming next. 3. The second beast. The earth was silent when it appeared, with no tremor, no fire, no grand sign at all. It emerged from the ground as if it had always been there, its body imitating the shape of a lamb. From a distance it seemed gentle, but a closer look exposed the deception woven into its very form. But the deception vanished completely when it spoke. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but it spoke like a dragon. Each word vibrated through the air, making the ground tremble lightly, not mere speech but domination itself. 4. The living creatures. Around the throne, a sight beyond mortal comprehension unfolds in Ezekiel's prophetic vision. 4 living creatures, each with 4 faces, 4 wings, and wheels within wheels moving in perfect divine coordination. One face of a man representing wisdom, one of a lion for strength, one of an ox for service, one of an eagle for swiftness. Their wings covered with eyes, countless eyes that see everything, past, present, and future in one eternal gaze. 5. The Cherubim. When Adam and Eve were cast from Eden, the eastern gate received its first eternal guardians. Cherubim with flaming swords that turned every direction, ensuring no mortal would return to the tree of life. These are not gentle winged figures but fearsome warriors of heaven, mighty and terrible in their appointed duty. 6. The Seraphim. Above the throne in Isaiah's vision stand beings of pure worship whose very name means burning ones. With 6 wings each, they cover their faces, cover their feet, and with 2 they fly in perpetual adoration. They cry out without ceasing, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts, the whole earth is full of his glory." Before we continue with the most powerful creatures in this entire journey, please subscribe to our channel to support us. 7. The giants. They walked upon the earth like colossal shadows of a forgotten world, making the ground yield. There were the Nephilim, Anakim, Rephaim, and Emim, vestiges of an age when humanity seemed small before them. Their stature surpassed all human measure, with some reaching 3 meters tall and others far, far more. The ancients said, "We saw the giants there, and we were in our own sight like grasshoppers." And it was no metaphor. King Og of the Rephaim possessed a bed 9 cubits long, over 4 meters. Imagine his towering figure. Goliath reflected this same brutality. His armor weighed more than many men could carry, and his presence unmade entire armies. When the giants ran, they lifted storms of dust. Their weapons were tree trunks and iron beams impossible to lift. 8. The dragons. Among all creatures described in Scripture, few awaken such profound fear as the dragons themselves. Symbols of primordial chaos, raw force, and the darkest regions of creation, standing at the threshold of divine judgment. Their form was long and serpentine, like rivers cutting through deserts, with scales shining like freshly forged metal. Scripture declares, "In that day the Lord will punish the fleeing serpent, and he will slay the dragon that is in the sea." When a dragon rose, its shadow covered the land like sudden night, swallowing all light and hope beneath it. 9. The 4 beasts of Daniel. When Daniel beheld the sea stirred by the winds of heaven, 4 forms emerged from the deep. The first rose as a winged lion with golden hide shining like fire, and eagle wings stirring tempests with every movement. The second ascended with brutal weight, a colossal bear raised on one side holding 3 torn ribs between its teeth. The third was an impossible leopard with 4 wings and 4 heads, its spotted body moving with supernatural deadly speed. But the fourth beast, there was no comparison, dreadful, terrifying, and exceedingly strong beyond all natural measure. Its body seemed formed of metallic darkness, absorbing all light, with iron teeth crushing everything in its unstoppable path. 10. The creatures of sword teeth. Among the dark images preserved in Scripture, few are as unsettling as these. There is a generation whose teeth are swords and whose jaw teeth are knives, creatures shaped for devouring and destruction. Humanoid creatures distorted beyond the natural, with elongated faces, stretched pale skin, and hollow predatory eyes. These creatures represent a humanity corrupted, devoured by the evil it embraced, a warning to all who abandon light. Thus, among ancient monsters and beings beyond human comprehension, we perceive that every form reveals divine purpose. None of this is myth but sign, marks left in history, so we never forget the visible world is only a fragment. Thanks for staying with us through this incredible biblical journey, exploring these magnificent and terrifying creatures. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories from Scripture.